Hello guys, this is Dama.82 and I'm back here with my very German buddy Heizmeister. Say hello.
Hello.
And we're just gonna be kind of messing around in the designer mode here just to see if we could come up with some new ideas for our Ashes of the Empire campaign. So, is there anything in particular you want to show off or do before we get started, Heizmeister?
No, not at the moment.
Okie dokie. We were talking about bringing in Scudley and possibly using that at some point, so I'll go ahead and spawn one in. Now, the ammo could probably be changed out for larger blocks. Oh, Connor Sullivan has just popped into the chat. Hello, Connor. And Legend Assassin. Hi there, guys. How's it going? I believe Legend Assassin was asking if we could try to do an M1 Abrams build at some point.
An M1 Abrams. Oh, that would be quite difficult.
Yeah, we'd probably have to.
I cannot build realistically.
We'd probably have to do it at like maybe a 2 or 3 times normal scale, but I think we might be able to pull it off.
And we may have to spawn Scudley in again. I have accidentally deleted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead and despawn it and I'll bring in a new one. That thing just sits on a spin block, and whenever an enemy spawns in, it turns it 90 degrees upwards and just starts spamming those big HE missiles. It actually doesn't have a local weapon controller, believe it or not. For some reason, the local weapon controller would not work on the spin block, so I just put an ACB there to fire the weapon whenever there's an enemy present.
Oh yeah, with local weapon controllers, the thing is you have to put them on the same construct that occupies the spin block. With a lot of ammo.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rip all this out and then I'm going to replace it with the larger blocks because, well, block count for starters. That if this thing does take a hit, it won't like completely torch itself.
How much does this missile does only cost 4,400 ammo?
Yeah, it gets off about 3 launches before it really slows down and it can't launch them as regularly, but it'll just kind of orbit the battlefield and launch those big-ass HE missiles. It's kind of fun, actually.
And here I was just suggesting that we make it longer, like all the way.
I suppose that's possible. I think it's...
And just add a few ammo processors.
Yeah, I was going to say we might have to do something like that because it was pretty much as passively regenerating ammunition. But it runs on RTGs. So there's that. We could have it just run off with like a regular fuel engine, so that way we could get a little power out of it, but I don't know, what do you think?
Let's see how many, how much power we need. We can change it afterwards.
He says, I think the bigger containers are more efficient with ammo anyways. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. In 2.4.9 though, if you use the larger ammo containers, they won't be able to do any damage past like 1 meter of metal armor, so that's always kind of nice to use. I've used the hell out of that in my latest battleship. I have like ammo compartments all over the bottom of that ship. Alright, so I replaced all the ammo blocks. How much power do we have to play with? 400, 67.2 power? Okay. I doubt we would need all of that for the wheels. So I might be able to...
No, probably
We
not.
might be able to strip some of that shit out and just replace it with the ammo processors. There's like these 1x2 ammo storages that I could rip out and put processors in their place. So I'll go ahead and do that. Actually, something I was thinking of, were we talking about the Colossus bombard cannon the other day? That one that we would like use like a really big cram cannon for?
Yeah. What about it?
That's something we could probably start on at some point too.
Oh, right. Still have to do those.
And I do believe that the Imperial Guard have a large missile launcher. I can't quite remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's got like 4 big ass missiles on the back of it. Kind of looks like a mobile SAM.
Oh, you mean like this Russian SAM?
Something like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think it might be called a Manticore, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. So I guess we're okay with this thing just kind of orbiting the battlefield and just spamming these big old missiles.
I could set it up so that it stays at range.
Yeah.
And just points towards the enemy.
Fires
missiles. Are those radar guided? Or no?
I wanted to go with radar guided because then it would have some guidance and wouldn't have to worry about putting a 1-turn on it. That and radar guidance is just freaking awesome.
Then I guess we won't be needing any detection systems other than maybe a visual camera 360
You're
degrees.
probably right. We probably don't need these range and visual cameras that I have kind of spotted all over the place. You make a good point there. Is it still going to turn backwards with the metal armor that you're putting on the back of this thing?
Yeah,
okay.
Should. Although, maybe not. Oh, yeah, good point, actually.
Let's see here. Baneblade, Chimera, Hellhound, Multi-Melta, even Russ. Yes, it is called the Manticore. I was correct. What do you think of that?
Oh yes, those are heavy missiles. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think something like this could really ruin someone's day. It's just the vehicle is expensive as hell, but that's, because we got like 4 large missiles mounted on the sumbitch. Legend Assassin says, have you tried putting a local weapon controller on top of the spin block itself? That should work so you don't have to rely on an ACB. I think I tried that at one point, but I don't remember. It's been a long time since I messed with the old Scudley here. But it would, either way, it would still work. I mean, we don't want the missile to launch when there's no one present, and we want it to launch when there is someone present, and it should be able to hit just about anything on the battlefield. Unless it's like flying insanely fast. I find the large missiles have a hard time with those.
Yeah, they sometimes do. They do not have that much of agility.
I'm thinking this thing might need some kind of a cab on it. What do you think, Heizmeister?
Working on it. Already, yes. I'm already on it.
Okay. I think I just got an idea. Decorations. Let's grab some stairs. I think you might like what I'm doing here. And then we're just going to grab some ladders. There we go. And you could like put a door right there or something.
Should we extend the missile all the way to the front?
We can.
Okay, then I will make this camp look like the one on the real Scud. I mean, at least somewhat like
Okay.
real Scud launcher.
Oh, are you talking about the Command & Conquer Generals one?
Yeah, that's modeled after the real Scud launcher.
Yeah, that thing was amazing.
It's the Russian mobile ICBM launcher.
I went in and replaced these sensors with just some 90-degree cameras that should probably do what we need it to.
I don't think we can extend the missile all the way to the front. At least not with the applique armor.
What makes you say that?
Is
it?
It's going to collide with.
Oh yeah.
The armor on the deck here.
We can get rid of that. I mean, there's nothing really underneath it. I think I just did that as for aesthetic.
Other than the gantry.
We can elongate the gantry by pulling this down here out and probably get like maybe another 7-8 meters out of it.
Should I get rid of the applique armor?
The applique armor was just to make it look like it was launching out of a tube, so that's the reason why it's on there.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to make the gantry look kind of cool, so that's how it ended up with that look.
Oh, I thought this was for armoring.
Oh god, no! It was just to make it look nice, was all.
Okay. Should we realize this with mimics then?
We probably could, yeah. Just like use a boiler mimic and just have it go all the way up and down the whole length.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work perfectly.
So we can have a really big missile now.
So I don't know if we really need it much bigger because this damn thing was already doing like 100k explosive damage when it hit.
I want to one-shot a Onyx Watch tank.
How much?
7,200 ammo per shot should be enough.
Okay. Question is though, are we going to be able to keep up with the capacity of the ammo fabricators to be able to keep this going?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I mean, we could always.
I'm very confident.
Yeah, we could always add more. I don't know if this thing has any material storage on it, though, now that I'm thinking about it. Let me see.
It does.
It does? Okay.
Yeah.
I would have thought so. I got some repair bots in here. Yeah, this is going to wreck someone's day. It would be interesting to like make a fully EMP version of it, so it'll just knock out those mechs from the Twin Guard in one hit. That'd be.
Oh, that's just mean.
Ain't it though?
I mean, efficient, yes, but.
Well, we're not in this to make friends.
Nope.
Let's see here. Active radar seeker. Probably gonna go with like. I'm thinking 2 explosive warheads. Maybe follow that up with EMP and frag. Or did you have something else in mind?
I've not yet thought about the missile armament.
Turning thruster, yes, no? I'm thinking yes.
Probably. Actually, no.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
So just a fin up front then? Well, it's gonna.
Yeah, one single fin up front.
Because we need to give this thing some pretty good turning capability.
I mean, yeah, that's the question though. I'm thinking about making this a laser-guided missile.
Then we would need a lot better detection for that to work right.
Yeah. So, it's just leave it radar-guided.
Okay.
Right.
Let's.
I mean, laser-guided because then the vehicle itself could choose the targets it's going to engage.
Okay, we'll back that up with 2 EMP warheads.
Which means we could order it to engage slow targets.
Do we want to do any APN or target prediction? I'm thinking at least target prediction.
Yeah, definitely APN.
Okay. So I'll switch this over to APN. Let's see here. Lifetime 40 seconds. How much restoration? Yeah, we're probably good on that. I just realized I haven't had any music on for the whole damn stream. There we go. That's better. APN. Probably gonna max out that gain on the APN. There we go. I think on these fragmentation warheads, let's like set it to like a real narrow cone for like the first one, like maybe 5 degrees, and maybe go like 20, and then just leave the last one at like 180, so it just takes out everything and bores a hole straight through the tank.
Does this still work with a narrow frag cone?
Well, we're doing. Let's see here. Average or fragment average damage will be 5,711.
Do you think that's enough?
I can always add one more fragmentation warhead.
That was a rhetorical question. That is more than enough, I guess. Yeah, we don't need more.
Okay. I would add more fuel onto this thing, but I don't really see a need for it because then, well, we have a lifetime of 40 seconds and the thrust duration is 50 seconds, so I'm just not quite sure what to put in the rest of this missile. It's going to do like 30k EMP damage. We could probably get away with like maybe shortening the missile by like 2 meters and it would still be very effective. Because it's already going to do like 150,000 explosion damage when it initially hits. I don't know, what do you think, Heizmeister?
Yep.
Do we want to take it down like 2 meters or leave it as is?
Let's leave it as it is.
I'm just trying to figure out what else I can do.
So we should add. Wait, why do we have 2 APN guns?
Yeah, that's kind of a placeholder for the moment. That's why I was asking if we want to shorten it or not, because this thing is going to be pretty effective as is. So,
but we need at least 1 regulator.
I suppose. Let me put one in.
And 2 explosive.
I guess I could just switch that over to a fuel tank.
No, actually, that's all right.
What?
On the explosive size.
Yeah, apparently when I switched over one of them to a fuel tank, we lost a bit of HE damage, but it's still like almost 90,000 HE. The free internal space is set up for HE use, so.
I'm going to fine-tune the thruster a little bit.
But this thing will hurt like hell.
Okay.
I think this second fragmentation warhead, I'm gonna do like at 90 degrees instead of 30. Crown Panda, how you doing, bud? Here we go. Yeah, this thing will hurt like a mother. So we got almost 90k explosive damage, about 30k EMP damage, and we're going to have a fragment count of 180 with a fragment average damage of 4,791. So I think we may need a victim to test this out at some point.
Something from the Onyx watch.
Yes.
Probably, but we cannot set our vehicles to invulnerable in design.
Not in 2.4.9 now. Let's see here. Decorations. Mimic. Just put an old mimic or a metal mimic down here. If I can use my English correctly today. Crown Panda says, doing fine, how about you? So far so good. Just another cloudy day here in the great state of Missouri. So Heizmeister, do you have any recommendations for the next vehicle I should release on the workshop?
Have you released the Basilisk yet?
The what?
The Basilisk.
Yes, I did actually. Surprisingly, it's not doing all as well as I'd hoped, but it's out there.
Okay, what else could we? Do we have the Demolisher version of the Lehman Russ on the workshop?
I don't think so, no. But that can definitely be arranged.
Nice.
I don't think this Mimic is going to quite cover the whole thing. I might have to do like a couple of them to get it to work, but... It's like I'm putting a giant condom on this thing.
Oh yeah, I see it.
What do you think?
Oh, that looks perfectly fine.
I thought so.
Like a launch tube. Yeah.
I'm going to get rid of some of this applique. There we go. Legend Assassin says the fragments are going to nuke a vehicle if everything else fails. That's the hope. That's the hope. That seems like it covers the missile pretty well. What do you think?
Yep.
Yeah, we can run with that.
Definitely.
Nice work on the cap so far, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Although I'm not quite finished yet.
That's a pretty good start. Meanwhile, if you don't mind, I'm gonna bring in some of those designs we were talking about earlier. Hello, Jack. How's it going? This is actually the older version of the Demolisher version of the Lehman Russ. I think I went and accidentally pulled in the wrong one, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. I can't remember where the hell I saved most of my crap to, though. Because I got so many freaking folders nowadays. Let's see. Oh, me and Heizmeister just building some stuff for our 2.4 port line Ashes of the Empire. Let's see. I might have put it under stream tanks. We still need to finish the flying circus at some point.
All right. One still left to be built.
I think I got at least 3 of them done. The Dakaboy, the Thick Dick, and the marijuana one.
Well, the 20th of April has already passed.
Yep. Would you ever consider using the rod from God at any point?
Maybe not.
I mean, not probably extensively, but probably just, you know, for
the
yes,
lulz.
for lulz.
Yes, definitely. That one is very special.
Oh yeah. Yes, I do have a thing for Death Clock and a lot of other metal bands. I can't seem to. Here it is. There's the newer and better version of the Demolisher Lehman Russ. I think it's just a big old HE gun. Yeah, Legend of Cessa, the Hatred Copter is actually up in the workshop. Just letting you know. I've been putting all kinds of shit up there here lately. And here's the Vanquisher. Did we ever get the Vanquishers out on the field? I don't think we have yet.
I don't know. I think we haven't.
Basically, it's just a bigger gun. I think it uses the 3-meter loaders. The original Lehman Russ that I made has 2-meter 333. I think this does like 3-meter 400. Yeah. So big DACA coming out of this boy. And it's probably not as well armored as the regular Lehman Russ because the turret here, it only has armor on one side. An explosion could creep around and knock out these autoloaders in theory, so yeah. Oh yeah, we got these cute little things. I call it the Seek and Destroy. It's essentially just a nuke drone that is insanely fast. It's, as you can see, it's got a bit of a Metallica theme to it. Anyway, let's have a look, see what Heizmeister's got going on here. Ooh, love what you're doing with the front there.
Oh, thank you.
Using the metal paneling over here to kind of create the front of this, I see. Very interesting look. Do we want to put like maybe a 360 camera up top?
Yes, I've left some space for this.
Okay. I'll go ahead and pop it in there for you, if that's okay.
Sure, go ahead.
Do we want to go with 360 camera or 360 radar?
Let's go with... Actually, what kind of instrument would be the most reliable?
Well, the radar has an angular bearing 2%.
I mean, as in the visual detection signature of even the smallest targets is more than enough to be detected at 2,000 meters. So
that's a good question. I don't know what would be better at that kind of range.
Whew, that's a difficult question. Actually, we could do it this way. We use a retro reflection sensor.
Something like that?
And a forward-facing visual camera on top.
Yeah, that could work. I think I had an idea on how I could pretty this up just a little bit. Now the retroflective sensor should be able to see out, and kind of gives it a little bit of something on top. What do you think?
Oh yeah, perfect, and it's even armored.
I'll just go ahead and slot down a transceiver here. We do need a little bit more processing power.
Oh, this should be the least of our problems.
In an ideal world, yeah. And let's see here. Also, just want to announce something here real quick. I am going to be moving soon here, guys, but I am trying to make a massive backlog so you guys will be able to still watch episodes of my From the Dead's Let's Play while I'm trying to figure out my internet in the new place. So, just giving you guys a heads up on that.
How long does the moving usually take?
Actually, we have about a month to get out of here, but I have no idea how long it's going to take the new internet to be set up. So that's why I wanted to bring that up.
Ah, okay.
So it's not necessarily the moving that's going to be a problem. It's waiting for the internet or the ISP to set up their shit. So. But I would like to play it cautiously and just let you guys be aware of that. So. Well, let's see here. Of course, Rambot will need a place to sit. And let's see here. There we go. That'll do.
Oh, perfect.
How the hell is this supposed to connect? Eh, fudge it. I'll deck with it later. Are you trying to put rear view mirrors on this thing?
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm just figuring out how to create the struts that hold the mirrors. I want to, of course, make it using mimics, but playing around with railings at the moment to see if they can be mimicked.
Maybe a ladder?
To recreate a ladder.
Yes. I just had an idea. No, that's not what I want. Go back into decorations, ladder.
Yes, a ladder it is.
Something like that. I mean, yeah, we'd probably have to bring it forward a little bit more, but. And I think for the actual mirror itself, you could probably go with like.
I would like to go with a neon light.
Really? I would have used the radar dish and kind of elongate it to an oval shape.
The radar.
Yes.
Dish. Okay. I mean, you gotta have rear view mirrors.
Something like that. And that. Of course, you could probably reshape these to whatever with a mimic, but that's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay, I think I've got the hang of it now.
Cool. Anyway, I'm going to despawn some of this while you're messing with that. Sorry about that. Probably should have thought a little bit more about that, but I don't think we would have been able to get it to move otherwise. Let's see here. Yeah, we can get rid of the Manticore and the Demolisher and the Vanquisher.
Actually, what would be... Still looking for the block that would be best suited to mimic a rear view mirror. The neon light is nice and shiny though.
Okay.
It's a flat, shiny surface.
Okay. You know, I'm wondering how hard it would be to take the Whiplash and convert it into, I don't know, maybe like a spag or something like that. Just something that can throw up a wall of lead for things to fly into.
It wouldn't be that hard. be doable.
And we still need some kind of launch vehicle for the Bakaki bombs.
The Bukaki bomb is a one-shot vehicle anyway.
And it's dirt cheap. I mean, it's probably what, like somewhere around 2,000 materials, give or take.
So yeah, just sports them into
Actually, it's like 3,241, but yeah.
Spawns them into a sub-object spawner and then, yeah, releases them.
Yeah, something like that. I actually gave the design to another YouTuber because when I told him about it, he was like, yeah. He said he wanted to make it fly out as something. I'm not going to say what it is during the stream, but it was funny as hell.
Yeah. Yes, I can almost imagine what that would be.
Oh yeah, that does look nice. Okay. Yeah, you were under the right idea there.
There we go.
Legend Assassin says,
wait.
here's a fun idea for a vehicle. Satellite with nasty laser on it, call it the Laser Cannon Death Sentence. I was actually thinking of putting that on, like maybe, or making a laser tank for that, but that's not a bad idea.
Like a laser tank that charges up a very large laser cavity storage and then releases it in a constant stream.
Yeah.
Of death.
Yeah. Hold on here. Need to find out where I put a certain design at. Okay, that's where it's at. Actually, when we get a chance, I got a laser craft I'd like you to have a peek at. Just gotta remember what folder I put it in. Let's see here. There we go. Stop. Bad take hunter. No. But this is what I was working on during the last stream. Let's see here. Decorations, mimic metal. Barrel. And let's see here. That's oh no. Dadgummit. Left right scaling, probably be okay. Go it up to like a 2.3.
There. Even added mirrors for the blind spots.
Safety first, right?
Exactly.
Let's see. So what do you think of the original name that I gave your chat room?
It was quite interesting.
I wanted to be a fly on the wall whenever you came across that.
I was kind of curious as to how this happened. Mm.
Oh, I was just fucking with you, that's all.
Oh, you definitely succeeded, yeah. I was quite surprised.
It's amazing what you can do with Google Translate. Whoa! I think I just saw some lightning out there. Okay, so the only main problem that I've been having with this tank is just trying to tune the lasers, so when you have a moment, if you could take a peek at it, I'd appreciate it.
Yep.
But this is the laser tank that the Imperial Guard uses. It's aptly named the Tank Hunter.
Does it hunt tanks?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
It's got a big old laser in it. Basically, I was kind of going off the same way we try to configure the Freak on a Leash. But I don't know. I think you're a little bit better at tuning them lasers than I am.
I'll have a look at
Yeah,
it.
no rush.
Just once I have finished this setup here for... do we have fuel on this vehicle?
It
Oh,
doesn't need it.
Oh. Not yet.
Are we going to need some more power for it?
Probably.
Not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and save this as the Scudley Mark II. Now, the new battleship's been performing pretty well in my Let's Play. I Sabaton the shit out of that thing. I even got all the AIs named after Sabaton band members.
That is some serious dedication, but then again, I'm not surprised.
Anyone who's been watching my channel for a significant amount of time knows that I'm a Sabaton fanboy. I'm not going to deny this. Ah, I see what you're doing. That's kind of cool, actually. Is that just to generate some smoke?
Yes.
Not a bad idea.
That is to generate a tiny amount of smoke and provide engine power at the same time.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm assuming that's why you put the, was it the turbocharger or superchargers on there? I keep getting those mixed up.
Yeah.
Actually, we could probably add a few more of those superchargers. There we go. Jack says, "Oh yes, Sabaton fanboy it is." Well, I mean, you have to be pretty epic to decide that you're going to do songs over military history, because a lot of the stories that you see in history, they're better than anyone could ever imagine.
And not over the volume limit. That is fine.
I think I want to grab some metal plates and just do a bit of this to make that look nice, because those whole pipe pieces are just rusted out. Yeah, Sabaton is a great show. I got to see him in Dallas. It was pretty awesome. I think on my Discord I actually posted some videos of the show. You guys can see me singing to Corollas Rex on there. And I think Ghost Division too, if I remember right. I think they're still touring in Europe right now for their great tour. I think is what they called it, the Great Tour. I don't know.
All I know is that I missed them when they were near my hometown.
I know. I wonder how much the pandemic's been affecting their shows, though. Probably a lot, I would imagine.
All major events have been cancelled.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Heizmeister, I'm wondering if using pipes instead of the chains on the top might look better. Yeah,
pipes, but okay, I will use pipes. Like steam
actually,
pipes?
I was just thinking like fuel engine pipes, like put like a T section here and here, and then just run straight pipe into the ends.
Or like this? Actually, they are cheaper than
I know
mimics.
that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Yes, yes, it is. They are so much cheaper.
Yeah, that looks. I think that looks a little bit better than the chains.
Wait, I have an idea.
Uh-oh, folks, he's got an idea, y'all.
It's nothing
Yet.
dangerous.
Oh, you're trying to do like every other one? Probably just
yes, but with a twist.
With a twist. Okay.
Whee. This will be fun.
Okay, I'll be going, guys. Sorry for interrupting. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Take care, Brett. Good seeing you, bud. Oh yeah.
Bye,
That looks
Brett.
pretty good.
Yep.
I like what you did with the bumper on the back. That looks good.
Oh, that one wasn't finished yet. Still, I would like to armor up this spin block. At least a little bit. Does the gantry? Oh yeah, the gantry is connected to the spin block as well. Okay, in that case, never mind.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Wait. What is awesome?
My wife, she was just showing me something on her phone where Sabaton's going to be doing more shows here in North America, which would be freaking epic. You know what was probably the best part of going to that show was hearing my wife singing to some of that stuff. She's actually got a pretty good voice. She sings in the church choir. That's right, Joe. Your metalhead Dama goes to church. Actually made me a deacon. Can you believe that crap? I get to hand out the juice and crackers halfway through the thing. Do we want to try painting this?
Yeah, we could. Feel free to start. I'm just thinking about what to add in terms of decoration and maybe some additional systems.
Okay. I was thinking maybe something like an olive drab kind of color.
Oh yeah. Or we could make it a desert sandy like yellow.
Yeah, that could work. I like that idea very much. Let's see here. I'm not worried about the shininess. Actually, I don't want it to be shiny whatsoever. Yeah, that could work. Apply.
Oh, and don't forget to save.
Done.
Wait, is this orange?
Yeah, I'm kind of do like a.
Oh.
I kind of want to tiger stripe it a bit. If that makes sense.
Hey. Mm-hmm. I don't think you have mirror mode on.
That's intentional.
Oh, okay. I guess then I'll get to work on the launchpad assembly. I could build a local weapon controller on there.
Okie doke.
I don't know. We don't even need one.
Yeah, that ACB should do it all, but I'll leave that up to your very capable hands.
Firing delay is 5 seconds. And spin block will rotate to an angle. Okay. Now, words. Words have failed me.
English can be a bitch. I spoke it my whole life and I still fuck it up. Then again, I hear the grammar in German's just a little bit more strict, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is.
I mean, not that I'm trying to fault it or anything, I just find it interesting. I think this paint job's going to look pretty good when I'm done with it. What are both your thoughts on the Astarte series? Could you elaborate on that some more, please, Mr. Subscribe? This almost reminds me of painting Warhammer minis. You ever done that? Yeah.
You mean me? No, I haven't. I haven't at all.
It is probably the most time-consuming and rewarding thing I've ever done, because it takes me about 4 hours to paint a single Space Marine. And those things are like tiny, tiny, tiny. To make them look a hell of a lot bigger on camera. I mean, these things are so tiny that some people actually have to like super glue coins to the bottom of them to keep them from flipping over when they're playing with them on the table.
That is, well, are they made of out of metal, or are they made out of plastic?
It really depends. You can get the pewter ones, or you can do what else? There is also resin, and then you got your regular plastic. I think the resin kits are a little bit more than the plastic. And it's a very expensive hobby, too. Jack seems like he knows what I'm talking about in the chat there. I got an Ultramarine army myself. Currently, it's at a friend's house. But yeah, it sounds like he shares my pain. And the Space Marines are supposed to be actually one of the easier types of armies to paint, because they're usually just one solid color. Now you get into something like the Imperial Guard, oh my god.
Oh, hello.
Hey, how's it going? Is that Matey I hear?
Quite well.
Yep, that's Matey.
Yeah.
How you doing, bud?
And I see you building quite a nice tank, or no, that's a transport.
And Jack says the
Oh,
resin kits are awful. I'm sorry, go ahead, Matey.
I'm just almost thinking, is this supposed to be Imperial Fist or what? With that color, just a little bit more yellow, and that's Imperial Fist.
Actually, I was just trying to give it almost like a tiger stripe pattern. I mean, I can always go back and adjust it, not that big a deal, but sometimes it's just...
Yeah, the orange maybe sticks a little bit out, but that may just be me. Ah, sorry for...
Oh, no biggie. So how are you doing today, matey? Anything interesting going on?
Well, considering this time the lockdown doesn't seem to have any adverse effects of more work. Quite well.
Yeah, there's actually people in America who are protesting that.
Yeah, I've seen, and my reaction is, well, the US is big, like states bigger than entire fucking countries. So I guess the confluences of idiots go and happen faster. And nobody thinks about Berlin, where it also happens. Or that's what it seems to me,
Well,
at least.
I think George Carlin said it best when he said that America is always willing to give up a good chunk of their freedom for just a little bit of security.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, that's a really nice missile launcher.
Thank you. I've actually had it for some time. We're just prettying it up a bit.
Now I wonder if a double version couldn't be done.
Actually, I do have a Manticore. I had that up earlier. Heizmeister, what do you think of the paint job so far?
1 moment, please.
Oh.
I'm concentrating on ACB
No
setup.
rush.
I'll give you feedback as soon as I'm ready.
Okay.
I think a little bit too orange. If it was more in yellow with a lot less saturation, it would probably look absolutely amazing for Ashes of the Empires.
We can always go back and adjust those, no big deal.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think for a desert camouflage, I think I'm off to a good start here.
Yeah, just adjusting the colors for less saturation, and that's going to be amazing.
I just want to make sure that there's at least enough variance in it to where I could actually see what I was painting.
A little bit of white somewhere, and you'd almost have the British typical camouflages. But I guess you want to go full America again.
America, fuck yeah.
As I was saying.
Let's hear. Scribe here. He was talking about Stardies. He says it's an animated YouTube series, which a lot of people are talking about due to their fidelity. And
10 out of 10.
I seriously recommend you watch them. Yeah, I might give them a try.
Yeah, I'll fetch them for you later. 10 out of 10. More accurate than Games Workshop when present in the lore. So, when somebody is more accurate than Games Workshop itself,
Yeah, that's a little sad.
I wouldn't even go so far as to say sad, because if you look at Black Library, you have some authors who don't fully understand 40k, who are then some who are good at specific aspects of 40k and make all other armies look like morons, to be honest.
Legend Assassin says, I had to throw my own 2 cents in. This lockdown is a joke. The mortality rate has been 2%. The fact certain businesses being deemed essential is ridiculous. All business is essential.
I will have to quit if I don't want to go on ranting.
I'm sure a lot of us have a rant that we could go on about this.
Yeah, there is a lot of ranting to be done. Mostly because because it's true that flatten the curve is a thing. And I won't say anything more. But then again, full lockdown of such a large country, when some regions don't have that many cases, you can even learn from India and how they contained it.
How did India contain?
But, well, the first people, until there were assholes who went around spreading it, were contained by retracing their contacts and locking those down. They didn't fully lock down the country from the start, going oh shit mode. Which was relatively interesting, if I'm being honest. Because if you take a look at it, it was going extremely well. They had like 300 cases with 1.2, 1.3 billion people. So it worked. But then assholes showed up, and now there is a major risk of contagion. So I guess if a similar style was adopted, it could slow down the infection rate majorly and maybe allow some states to remain open. To an extent. But let's not get into that rabbit hole, shall we? Not any deeper.
Yeah, probably best. Heizmeister, I'm digging what you're doing with the lights on the back here. That's pretty cool, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I thought spotlights would make a cone-shaped emergency lighting, like a rotating light, yeah. Thought that would look very nice.
Matey, have you ever gotten into building tanks in front of the depths?
Not
Gotta give it a try sometime.
There's some.
I turned Heizmeister onto it, and he's been loving it.
yeah.
I mean,
Especially building
for-
small in general. It's something I've never done before.
yeah, building small, that's the issue. I haven't perfected building large yet, so telling me to build small is just cruel and unusual punishment. And I have that battle cruiser to take
Mhm.
care of. I'm almost crying internally because there is just things that I have to do for it, that I will have to do for it, which I don't want to do right now. For example, yes, it floats on its own without PIDs, which is exactly what I was going for, but it floats so low that its maximum speed is only 15 meters a second.
You're not going to go with steam props, are you?
I mean, there is enough space to get some, but you saw the propulsion system I
Mhm.
had, and
I'm not a huge fan of them because it just feels like a waste to me.
steam props are annoying because they take directly from your resource pool, and if you're at low resources before a battle, you can actually run out of them, which
Mhm.
happened to me on several occasions the first time I tried the
Yeah.
campaign, which was incidentally at the same time when I thought that one autoloader gave you the best results for any given gun because there were no guides.
I think that stripe pattern is working out pretty good here.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Dimmer, you may not like what I'm about to say.
Oh,
I'm a huge fan. I mean, not a huge, but I have come to like steam props.
that's fine.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Because
I mean, if you got the material to burn, but I'm just not a huge fan of them because it just seems like it's just not very efficient to me, I guess.
In current, they
they
should
are
be...
just so vulnerable and, well, unreliable. That's the thing that still puts me off.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But then again, the power output.
Yeah, the power output is
You
insane.
can't get this with any normal propeller.
If you stack the shit out of
You
them,
can
maybe, but then you have a bunch of stacked propellers, so. But Corollas Rex Mark II, I managed to get that thing up to 25 meters a second with using the regular props, so.
Yeah. What I will note, and well, it may sound weird, but it's actually something important, is that with that steam props can actually make battleships do wheelies, but then again, the material cost is insane, and in current, maybe. Then again, don't play current. In current, you have much closer efficiencies.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do current until at least I'm finished with my LP.
Current's not that. I would say that it has a lot more issues, especially with the whole basically finite resources.
Yeah, I didn't like that idea either. I still don't. Normal came up with the idea that maybe you could just kind of like sit there and kite everything into your territory and just farm them.
Normal has been doing that for quite a while, and if you aren't going for part-time, the best way to do that is, since the air doesn't consume resources, as Normal will helpfully point out to anybody who listens, you do want the deep water. You get the deep water guard to come at you. You build RTG powered packs at the bottom of the ocean, which shoot into the deep water guard. Of course, you have to figure out how to make proper torpedo defense, so there will maybe be some costs associated with it.
There's not a whole lot of Imperial Guard craft that have torpedoes, though. I mean, I don't.
Deepwater guard.
I think only the Godlies do. I know for a fact that. Well, actually, I don't even know if they're going to keep any of those designs around the way it's been going.
Yeah, the battle gun will be kept around, and that has dumbfire torpedoes, which are one of the worst things against an installation.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if they even bother to put ballast tanks on them, though, because if they don't have ballast tanks, and if you're sitting at the bottom of the ocean, you got nothing to worry
They
about.
do.
Okay.
They do. That's the thing. You want to put, so you have to specifically go out and find good depressions in the ocean, and then you have to sucker Deepwater Guard into committing to one vector of attack, which is usually done by just occupying close to their nearest base, and the AI will try to. With the new AI, it will be interesting to see how to game it, though, as it won't be going for directly the closest one. If it's trying to get, if it's trying to seal all breakthroughs and then do its own breakthrough, you can still game it. In which case you have infinite resources by the virtue of HE particle accelerators against Deepwater Guard.
And that's
It's massive investment, but it may have a return after 20 hours or so.
That's why I keep saying, trying to get around all of this crap that they're trying to. There's always going to be someone who can figure out how to circumnavigate what they're trying to do. I mean, then it just kind of becomes some kind of intellectual arms race where someone's always going to be coming up with a way to get around something that the devs never intended to happen.
Play the game our way or don't play at all. Probably the closest thing you can get to it. Well, I heard you were talking about models, and you do really have the Ultra Smurf army.
Yes. It's actually over at
The
Skidmeo's house. But yeah, I got one.
The Matwardian Guardians.
I have like two 10-man tack squads. I got two 10-man Devastator squads. I got a Predator tank. I got a Rhino. I think that might be all I have as far as Space Marine. No, I still have the five-man group of Assault Marines. Like a 5-man squad of Scouts, like 3 Scout bikes. I think that's everything as far as my Space Marines. See, oh wait, I got 2 Dreadnoughts. I forgot about the Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, probably not bad. Probably wasn't the nicest of things for Primaris to suddenly happen, was it?
Are you borrowing some settings from the old Phantom Lord there?
Yes, I am.
That thing has been doing some amazing work.
Well, as for me, yes, there is actually a Games Workshop affiliated store in my town, but then again, disposable income, not the easiest to get.
Heizmeister, is that missile functional as far as we know?
I've no idea.
Okay,
I wouldn't try it out just yet. By the way, have you saved
I can.
the vehicle?
Give me a moment.
I'd recommend putting a delay on the missile.
He was actually talking about doing that already.
Yeah, but putting a 3-4 second delay on the missile while the thing gets to its intended rotation will probably be quite beneficial for the craft.
30,000 materials isn't
have it
bad
ready.
for considering that this is probably going to one-shot a whole lot of tanks.
I just need to set up the breadboard, and then
It's
we will be
All right.
go.
It's a shame you can't set up the missile to go and skim the floor to blow up the bottoms of tanks.
In that case, you just might as well use a cram.
Not really, because the cram actually comes down, and if it hits, you don't get the intended effect. Or if the crowd starts dodging. With the missile, the benefit is that if you manage to throw the missile onto the floor and it skims the floor, it will go for craft bottoms, which are usually more vulnerable. So maybe having this launch quite slowly and wait for it to drop slightly, not to go from above where you usually crafts have more armor, but from below, which would fuck up which would fuck up even crafts with heavy armor single-layer bottoms.
Anyway, I was just asking if the missile was launch ready because Little Joe Patton was asking if they tested the missile yet. So that's what I was asking. I'm sure these guys are pretty eager to see what this thing does.
So am I. Unfortunately, I have to be patient, and you guys probably as well, because I have to set up the breadboard.
Yeah, that's
first.
no problem.
So,
No
yeah.
biggie.
A little bit of control is necessary.
Self-control, what's that?
It could.
I hear good things about it.
It could actually. Well, it could actually be done through multiple control blocks rather than a breadboard. But
Breadboard
is more
would
efficient.
take up less space. I'm not exactly 100% keen on how to use those. My mind just does not work that way. I Mark III and Heizmeister seem to have somewhat of a handle on it, though.
Which is useful if you want them to do something with it. You can't use exhausts on that, but if you want to pretty it up slightly, I would actually recommend giving it several steam pipes.
Yeah, I just
on
came up with an idea here. Make this look a little more interesting. Gonna grab some mimics, metal ones, and we're gonna do this.
How is it even moving? I have deleted tank broadside.
I don't know. I can turn it off.
I think it's the base behavior trying to get it to the last waypoint.
It's
I
just turned off the AI that's
I've deleted
still moving.
this specific AI behavior.
No, it's the maneuver routine.
I turned off the maneuver.
It's
still trucking.
Yeah.
Okay, deleted the maneuver.
Input.
And now it should only move forwards because I haven't set up the breadboard correctly. Okay, everything works as
Good.
planned.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I see it with a 30-second lag, so I can't exactly troubleshoot it well.
That is kind of a pain in the ass.
And I'll just comment on what Legend says with top-down attacks being extremely dangerous. Yeah, unless the enemy is rocking anything. Something like, I don't know, ejected guns, because in that case it's absolutely useless on several occasions. Because you will most likely target the enemy weapon unless you're using an IR missile, which still gets countered quite a bit easier.
No, I didn't want that. God dang it. I'm trying to give you some mufflers here. Make it look more interesting.
I think that could be better done with this. What was it called? I think it's the steam vent or something. One of the steam pieces, if you were to squish it slightly, it would actually look quite good.
I just don't like that ridge that's on them, though. That's the only reason why I'm not using them. You know, where the steam pipes connect, they got that ridge.
That can almost be eliminated though, but I understand you.
There, that looks pretty cool right there, I think. Haha. There we go. Top-down tracks still extremely dangerous. Armoring the top of the vehicle is hard. That is very true. True, there's not too many craft with ejectors. Yeah, trying to use ejectors in Ash is kind of complicated because you don't really have a... Yeah,
Volume.
I was getting to that.
I mean, it can be beneficial because you can have the whole craft with 0 armor and just have it as a massive magazine which does not explode because of Eldritch magic. Probably Nergalite magic at that point. But it can be useful, especially if you have some sort of a massive self-propelled gun. So
We actually have a
imagine
few of those.
this. Yeah, imagine this, but with the forward pointing AT weapon. You have massive armor at the front, but if something gets to the sides, the ejectors definitely will save the craft. Despite costing you a little bit of extra fire rate, for example. I mean, hell, some of my battleship turrets can fit on craft, even though they have ejectors. Which would be interesting, because then you have 400 volume to get it moving and supplied with ammo.
How's Darkout been? Have you talked to him lately?
I mean, he's been stuck making his art contracts over there, which I guess it's getting a little bit annoying for him.
I've been following his Minecraft series kind of off and on, and he's been building some pretty cool stuff in there.
Yeah, he can do that. I'm not following it personally. As I have said, not enough time in the day.
There never is. Doesn't matter what you're doing, there's never enough time in the day. Heizmeister, do we still want to keep the top of this gantry with a little door on it? Okay.
Yeah.
To me, it just seems like the top of the gantry begs for a pleak panels or something. Which would prevent some small HE explosions. But yeah, I mean, Ashes of the Empires is probably quite fun, especially if you get 8-meter shells lobbing at the enemy from a high gauge APS.
Yeah.
I was testing some basic shells last night with Battleship, and I came across the idea of removing one of the HE warheads from my large hollow point HE shell, and instead I put in a flak shell, I think, and with the extra explosion radius and HE pathfinding measures, which I'm sure you can look that up somewhere, so I won't talk about them because they are complicated, and this nerd talk would probably last the whole stream, as I know. But thanks to its low damage and relatively low AP, it will tend to go for detectors even far away.
Medi?
Yeah?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I can now proudly proclaim that we are ready to test the missile. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Oh, and make sure to save the vehicle first, of course.
Yeah. That's probably wise. Thought I did that, but nope. There's no harm in double checking. Anyway. Do we just want to spawn something in from the X menu, or
Let's spawn an Onyx watch.
the old
here.
Bison? I'll go ahead and turn its guns off,
The old bison.
and we'll see what happens.
Where is it?
I don't know, but something just exploded on us. And like then the front of the truck got caved in. I'm not rightly sure how that happened. And where is this thing going?
Apparently toward the enemy,
Where did it spawn it? Okay.
which it should.
Oh, it's over by that big old mountain. Okay.
Ooh, that's the minimum range I've set for this. Okay.
It should have launched that missile a while ago, I'd imagine.
Um.
Well,
Something keeps
I think
detonating.
What happened? Yeah, I think that's the missile. I think that's the missile trying
I
to
don't think it
launch.
is, because...
The missile is trying to launch too early.
Is it? Is that what I'm seeing here? Because if that missile would have
Apparently it
fired,
is.
then it would have taken out the whole damn truck.
No, because you have a gun.
No, it wasn't armed yet.
You have water activation
Oh,
delays.
we are way too close. I need to adjust our range
Okay.
a little bit. 2,000 meters should be
Okay, that makes
better.
sense. So that was all just kind of thump damage from the missile. Okay.
Yeah. You could see that it did 10k thumb damage.
It's like the spin block refuses to turn.
I think I know why. If you didn't encase the spin block itself, but instead encase
Oh yeah,
that on the main hull.
my bad. I think that was my no. Actually, I built that on the spin block. I put that I put the applique on the spin block, so it should be able to turn.
Yeah.
Spin rate control. Did I mess
Dama-
something up by placing the ACPs?
Dama, I wonder, would you happen to start the stream on Discord so I can see it better?
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Hold on.
Of course.
I did mess something
That's
up.
okay. It happens. Something nasty just happened. I'm not quite sure what.
Yeah. Apparently we ran the bison.
Ah. Hopefully that will cause a bunch of lag.
Why is our
Shh.
taking over for
Okay.
a moment? And that's it. Now the vehicle should align itself correctly, but it doesn't do it. Actually,
Is it going 90 degrees to the target? Maybe the AI is
Borked?
playing it.
no, it seems like I've set up the yaw control incorrectly.
Yeah, now it's gonna try to like back into the tank.
Yeah, I need to.
I'll caps lock it.
Breadboard is sometimes very complicated.
That's why I haven't messed with it.
Okay. This should be
Okay,
it.
I'll set her back down and we'll see what she does. I'm still trying to back into that. Yeah.
Do we have tank steering enabled, by the way?
I don't know. That's a good question.
No, doesn't. No, we haven't.
Okay.
But now it's trying to back off. Okay, good.
I think it tried to turn away,
Yeah, it.
and that's why.
Something just fired.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what the hell that was. It just.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh,
was the
no,
missile.
no. That wasn't the missile. That was the. That was the Strum Tiger.
The rotate spin block.
At least it knocked out the engine, so it won't move.
Oh, I see.
What's going on?
I see. The ACBs were set up incorrectly. This spin block should rotate to 90 degrees.
Do you think the obliques that I put around the spin block are hurting it? Because I didn't think they would. I put that on the spin block itself, and it should have enough clearance to work.
Nah, those should be absolutely fine because you can actually do 3x3 in a 3x3 space. I think it's at the front something's interfering at the front.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it just raised up.
It seems that... It seems like it had some issues for a second. at the
There it
front, but-
goes.
Finally.
Is that thing gonna have enough turning power? I think it may. Okay, let's see what the hell this thing does.
Yeah. Let's go.
Probably a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt like a sumbitch. You saw that, right? You saw that shit.
Yes,
we did.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it bounced. Motherfucker. You piece of shit. It looks like it's trying to come around for another move. Oh, there it goes.
And this is what
And
happens
half
when
the
you
tank
spot
is
them.
gone.
Yeah.
Oh god, our first test fire successful.
I don't know if I'd call that
Managed
successful.
to bounce. Well, it managed to bounce.
I mean, it's successful, Jerp's out.
The second one bounced too. What the shit?
No, warhead aiming delay is fine. I mean arming delay.
Well, weren't
Trust
we
the
having
development.
similar problems with those bouncing with the Storm Tiger?
Perhaps using a magnet.
That actually doesn't sound like
Sometimes.
too bad an idea.
Proxy fuse, let's see.
Approximately
Range should be 1 meter. And that's it.
Right now, just kind of dragging his ass on the ground. Something
And-
hit the tank.
that was.
Yes.
Was that another missile?
It was
Yeah.
another
Okay,
missile.
I'll just spawn in a couple more bison. Turn off their ability to fire here. I thought I turned you guys off.
That's a glitch.
Yeah, but I did it like twice.
You have to do it for the second time. If you do it too soon, the AI hasn't initialized yet.
I wish they would have fixed that before, like going and...
Oh, it's perfect. I may have reduced its ability to turn,
Well, it's meant to go after
But
but
not.
it does
slow
a
targets anyway.
nice ballistic
Oh, nice.
arc. Yeah,
I mean,
without a one-turn module. mind you.
That one kind of bounced, but it eventually blew up.
yeah. The
yeah,
proxy
thanks to the proxy fuse.
fuse. Though with the 1 meter proxy fuse, this thing can probably murder
It has a 1
aircraft.
meter proxy fuse, and it is extremely effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took out the turret like the
As I
ass end of this tank. Or is that the front end? I can never tell with these damn Onyx Watch tanks. Especially the Bison.
Yeah, but just pointing out to Heizmeister that now it will probably be able to engage some larger aircraft with
Where are those tanks
horrifying
going?
effect.
What tanks?
Wait, no. Are there still enemies
Oh, yeah.
out there?
Hey, here comes another missile
Yeah.
right now, actually.
It's still reloading for me.
Yeah, it just, deleted part of the tank. As Matey would put it.
Oh, I see.
The EMP surge is still
Wait, is
going through the tank, by the way. After it impacted.
Is the vehicle moving away from the tanks, by the way?
I don't know.
Can you see it? Oh,
It's about almost 4 kilometers away from those tanks.
It shouldn't be.
I'm thinking you probably set it up for like maybe 2,000 meters.
Yeah.
Well, there may be a loop behavior which doesn't check maximum distance then. Is that something that could be a thing, Heizmeister?
Here comes another missile.
Oh. Need to get into the breadboard.
Okay.
Should turn towards the enemy.
Ooh, that was glorious.
Yeah. And the heavy armor lived, but that's probably the only thing that's going to be fighting anymore.
Yeah, I think it does about as much damage as a Bukkake bomb. I've seen him make holes like this in tanks as well.
Yeah, but it's a much more expensive suicide craft that actually does much better against larger ships.
Oh no, it'll hit these tanks too.
Yeah, it'll hit them, but it won't do as much damage because some of the shells will just go through.
Oh, you're talking about the ejectors?
Yeah.
I don't know, I've seen it one-shot these tanks. I'm just gonna spawn in a few more bison.
It certainly has the range.
Oh yeah, this thing will be able to fire from like anywhere on the map and be just fine. I think the tanks just spawned in around where we're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Spam the repair bots.
Well, the breadboard is still okay, so I can look at it and figure out what to do.
It shouldn't take too long to repair. I mean, there's 2 rambots on it, so. Would it be helpful if I turned off the movement on the tanks?
Yes,
Okay,
it would.
I'll go ahead and do that then. Oh yeah, I don't know if I told you guys this, but as soon as I get Thunder God painted, I think I'm gonna bring it into the campaign.
That's going to be
I
glorious.
think so too. I don't really need it, but I do want to see how it does in the campaign. And that we spent a lot of time working on it, so it's only fair that we should see it in action.
I mean, it's basically a brute force singularity. If you look at it.
Well, it doesn't quite have the blink capability, but yeah, I could see that.
I said brute force because it can just delete any ordnance coming at it.
Yeah.
So that's why I dub it the brute force singularity. Because it does everything that the singularity does, it just doesn't need any fancy evasion to do it.
Oh, that's the problem. Those turning wheels do not work correctly with breadboard.
Really?
Apparently, yes.
We could just replace them with regular power wheels and just have this thing use tank steering?
No, that won't be necessary. Since apparently...
Just going through custom input?
Okay, the angle seems to change constantly. I mean, the angle of the target that has been detected. This should fix it. The thing that I've just done should fix it.
So, May, funny thing about that review that I wrote, people are still finding it useful, oddly enough.
Yeah, I would actually add. I would actually update it just so it gets shown to even more people.
Yeah.
The one thing that makes it into that I am interested in is if it has even more views, will the devs respond to it? There are several shady things they could do,
Oh, yeah.
but that would be a declaration of war, quite literally.
Yeah, probably might want to just leave it at that. Oh my god, this thing has taken forever to repair. How far are we away from them now? Okay,
We should
we're not that far.
be up to 2,000 meters away before closing in
Okay.
again. Or should we? I need to check something.
It just keeps backing up and backing
1
up and backing
kilometer.
up and backing up.
Yeah, 1 kilometer is probably the shortest you can get that missile to turn. This could be quite a good amphibious vehicle even for the normal campaign if you add the ability for it to float.
Wouldn't be hard. I
cheap.
mean, we could just
Depends on what kind of target it has selected.
just replace the metal armor with alloy and put some propellers on it. Call it a day.
There we go. It should go forwards
Okay.
now.
Yeah, it just hit about 2
And it
kilometers.
does. Exactly 2,000
Very
meters.
nice.
Perfect.
Maybe we ought to turn off its ability to fire until we're absolutely sure that that missile is rebuilt.
It just
does that
turned
automatically
away
once it's controlled by a local weapon controller.
Yeah, it just points away now and starts going.
But I can easily set that up right now.
Okay. God, that's a...
I mean, we have the space for it. Cool weapon controller, and it should only fire on targets. Minimum range to engage will be 1,000 meters. Maximum range will be...
Heizmeister.
Yeah?
It turned away from the target after 2 kilometers and it's now legging it again.
What?
Yeah, it
happened?
seems like it's driving away.
It did a 180 and then started driving away, so the move forward, if above 2 kilometers, is working, but the steering clearly isn't.
Well, it should... Oh, okay, it's alternating between 2 angles, apparently, for the jaw command. It's not getting the right input.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, funny story, because I was making some code for a siege for the game Battleship, and we absolutely didn't know what was causing an error, and it appears that it was just a value had been wrongly entered, which stuck the whole code into an infinite loop. Which was fun, of course.
It should... Actually, it should get the bearing of the target relative to the own vehicle and adjust accordingly to match a bearing that's exactly, well...
I'm just surprised it hasn't launched another missile.
Yeah, I've deleted the ACD.
Oh, okay.
And replaced it with a local weapon controller. I wasn't finished building
Oh,
that.
okay.
Do we have a wireless transmitter on our AI?
The good thing
yeah,
is,
we have.
it appears to be doing quite well at handling the terrain.
Yeah.
And it's ready to fire. It should fire as soon as it enters the range of 2,000 meters. No, wait. It should fire already.
Yeah, we're just, we're still outside of 2,000 meters.
Set it to 2.5 kilometers, Heizmeister.
Ah,
So you have some.
Yeah, this is why I was using an ACB. I was having that problem where it just seemed to refuse to launch missiles because it's on a spin block.
Yeah, you can actually set. Just go into the settings of the spin block, and there is an option for ignoring angle on a spin block. So just go into build mode, find the missile controller itself.
Okay, it
And
is
then-
receiving, it is controlling the weapon. But apparently 0 of these weapons can aim at the current targets of the AI mainframe.
Yeah, exactly. Dama, go and find the missile controller.
Yeah,
because-
I'm on it.
I've set the required accuracy to 180.
That's probably all it needed.
Yeah. It needs
Birds in the
180,
air.
But this actually means that it will have some issues still. It will still have some issues if the target's slightly below it, for example, if its front is slightly upwards.
That's a really good arc this thing has.
Yeah.
Just like a Scud missile should have. It won't catch up to fast targets, but stationary or slow ones are... Yeah. As you can see, very dead. Not a big surprise.
Yeah, that EMP surge was still going through the tank after a while.
Now, I'll have a look at the breadboard. Actually, I'll have a look at my own missile artillery to see how I did it there.
That is.
How much ammo does it take to fire that thing?
I think 4,000
Okay.
something.
Yeah, we seem to be regenerating that at a pretty good clip here with all the ammo processors.
Oh yeah, just I'll launch FTD and find what I was going to put as advice, because there is one thing you can do which actually helps with its stubbornness in launching the missile.
I think I heard a missile, but I'm not seeing it. Oh! Okay.
Has the target been defeated?
Not quite. A lot of nasty explosions. Oh yeah, it's dead now. The weird thing is I can't even see the missiles. But that's okay.
Up and yaw. There we go.
Come on, missile. There we go. Something like this would be terrifying to use in the Quest for Neater campaign. It's probably like the Onyx Watch, give them a taste of their own medicine. Looks like it's going for center of mass this time. Boom! Daka daka.
So I actually found out what I wanted to talk about, and it's quite simple. If you have, for example, broadside interceptor torpedoes, what you can do is set it to use required accuracy on hull. For example, for interceptor torpedoes, you'd probably want 90 degrees, and you can limit the launching of missiles that way if you have them on an anti-munition controller.
There we go. Now this version should be perfect. Almost perfect. I think I still need to do some fine-tuning. But it works.
Oh, that missile bounced.
It should come around. Or find another target, maybe.
I mean, I can just imagine starting battle at long range, and these missiles will find the target eventually, even if they bounce.
That AI deaded that tank in one hit. Yeah. Block confetti all over the place.
I think it managed to EMP the heavy armor
Wouldn't surprise me.
on the
I don't remember how much.
because its
Yeah.
AI is in the front, right next to the giant howitzer. So even this tank had almost had it taken out before. If you, so that's what.
I think I'm going to spawn in something a little bit bigger that's going to take a few more hits than these things. Maybe a rhino?
Yeah, go for it.
Got to be sure to turn that all off because rhinos are crazy hard to kill. Its lambs will not stand a chance against this thing, I think. Yeah, it's trying.
It will fail.
You saw the blood confetti off of that, right?
Yeah, and there's a good chunk of the rhino just
Yeah.
gone.
This thing's going to be
And
terrifying.
this is why even heavy armor can't save you in some circumstances. Especially if you use it too indiscriminately. Because explosions always find the block that's most likely to get knocked out if it's close. So, for example, this heavy armor is actually a detriment because it only tends to funnel the explosion farther inwards.
Here comes another one. And
Incoming!
boom daka daka.
That was almost a perfect shot.
I'm sure that turret got taken out. Yeah, there's like a pile of blocks where that turret was.
Yeah, two turrets basically knocked out if you take a look at
Oh
it.
yeah. Explosion creep cut this one a bit too. The main in the center here.
Yeah, it's knocked out barrels, and if it's using anything remotely long in those barrels will have been severely diminished. 2 degrees in accuracy or more. So it basically neutered the rhino in, what, 2 shots? Not completely, but enough to make it plausible for a single Ashes of the Empire's tank to kill it if the tank is well designed. That seemed like another turret.
Yeah, we kind of creeped into the next turret.
Honestly, this thing is terrifying at this point.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how I could use this in my campaign now, in the LP.
I think I know of an idea.
Maybe
Just
submarine launched.
add.
I don't know.
Oh, that would be amazing. Just make this thing crawl on the bottom of the ocean. Make it so heavy that it stays on the bottom of the ocean. Make the missile one longer and add a +5 buoyancy ballast tank.
So like maybe the tip of it. Yeah, that might work.
You just want the missile to be dragged out of the water.
And this has to be one of the toughest goddamn tanks in the game, or the Ashes of the Empire anyways, the Rhino.
If you can keep it under 35,000, it's going to be one of the scariest things you can mass manufacture. Almost worse than your suicide.
Then the Bukkake bomb?
Yeah. Flight of the Valkyries style. Imagine 5 of these missiles. How much that cost? Well, it's pretty terrifying if you think about it.
The launch vehicle itself
150,000.
is about 30K.
Yeah, I count 35,000 for the upgrade so it can crawl along the sea bottom.
This thing just does not care about armor at all. This thing could even be more terrifying in current if you could slap a heat head on that thing and then probably use remote guidance.
I don't agree, since in current you have that nerf to missile damage by, well, I think it's finalized at around 20% less damage. After bipolar Draba first reduced it by half, and then started increasing it incrementally.
Uh-oh, Heizmeister, you okay? I think we just lost Heizmeister.
I think his net went down as well.
Okay, let's give him a few minutes to see if he comes back or not. I thought he was awfully quiet there for a while.
Yes. Seems like his network issues haven't exactly started now. Anyways, I'll be off for a few minutes.
Okay.
As well.
Well, we can wait a few minutes to
I
watch
guess-
this. I mean,
Yeah, I'd say you spawn multiple of these in, and oh, that's going to be fun.
yeah, someone's gonna have a bad day. Boom! Alright, so for those of you guys watching the stream, we'll give Heizmeister a few minutes here, see if he comes back.
Sorry, my internet just straight
Speak of
up,
the devil.
decided not to work anymore.
Do I need to restart the server for you?
Yes, please.
Okay, no problem. I saved it just before or just after you left the game, so hopefully we should be alright. But yeah, go ahead and pop on in whenever you're ready.
Now we can test out if the spin block actually turns when enemies are detected.
Okay. Guys been awfully quiet there in the stream. Y'all still there? Say something, let me know you're alive.
I think I can be here for another 10 minutes maybe, then I have to go.
Okay.
unfortunately.
Yeah, we made some pretty good progress. Yogurt Gaming, yeah, you just subscribed here recently. Thank you for that, sir. I think Legend Assassin, he has too not very long ago. Ah, Commander Charleston. Yeah, I think I helped you out with a plane the other day. He was having some issues with his plane not being able to turn. I came to the conclusion that what you call it, the PIDs were fighting the AI for yaw control. Anyway, sorry. I'll go ahead and spawn that back in. Here we go, Scudley Mark II. In all of its fiendish glory. I think we did pretty well on this. I like how the paint job turned out too.
Oh. We certainly did.
Any thoughts on the paint job?
Perfect.
I thought so.
Actually, very desert camo-like.
That's what I was going for. Oh, this thing's gonna be fun to use. Alright, I'm glad it was working out for you, bud. Truth be told, though, up until that point, I've never worked on a microjet like that, so it's kind of a learning experience for me. Kind of makes me want to try building one myself. There are some people who have been trying to talk me into making an aircraft carrier. And I have one, but it's kind of pre-set up to be used in combat. And I say pre-set up because it has the docking stations in place and everything, but the hull is probably not strong enough to take a whole lot of fire. It's like mostly stone and wood. But it wouldn't be too hard to upgrade that to maybe like metal or alloy. We'll see. The matey keeps trying to talk me into making a battle carrier, which I think could actually be fun. I could probably repurpose the mains from Corollas Rex Mark II to do that. Anyway, I imagine we're probably getting up to a wrapping up point here, Heizmeister. Is there anything you want to bring up or talk about, or something you want to show off?
No, but I would like to see the missile again.
Sure. What would we like to have it shoot at?
Something from the Twin Guard, maybe?
Okay. Be sure you grab it for me as soon as it comes in.
Grab what?
Grab the design and turn it off. The weapon AI, I mean.
Oh yeah, one moment please.
Let me know whenever you're ready and I'll drop it in.
I just need to save the Scutley again.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm
okay.
ready.
Just a response to what the Yoga Games talked about. I can see how that'd be fun.
Holy, I got killed.
Wow. Okay. I guess we didn't get that fast enough, but that's okay. We could just spawn in another one of these. Just to respond to what the Yogurt Game is saying, I haven't really messed with microjets a lot because I'm worried about the longevity of the fuel supply. But if I have like a carrier that's in play, it'd probably negate that a little bit. Alright. Whoa, I just died too. Holy crap. The AI should be turned off to that. Yeah. Okay.
It has been turned
Okay,
off.
I'll just...
One in another
Yep.
Scutley.
I actually used this a bit on the Twin Guard. It was in its original form and didn't have as big a missile, but it did very well.
Have you saved the original version?
Yeah, there's two different versions. This is the Scudley Mark II, and the original version's the Mark I, of course.
This one shouldn't be able to turn. I think this is the wrong version. You saved.
Are you sure? Because I saved it just before you got disconnected there.
Okay. Then I apparently did not change the wheel settings. Oh, never mind. Let's just do drive wheels instead of turning wheels. Yeah, bugged to hell anyway. There we go.
Watching these missiles come in almost makes you want to laugh hysterically. It is a big missile. This is probably the biggest missile I've ever used in From the Depths, if I'm to be honest.
Do we have tank steering enabled? Yeah.
I think I've actually used Scudleys on this exact design that we're shooting at right now. Yeah, that completely removed an arm. So pardon the pun, but this mech right here just got disarmed.
Of course. If you can go for a pun, then do so. By all.
Though I'm afraid it might be punishable by death. Oh, here comes another one.
Here it comes.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the other arm.
It just had 2 damaged. Of course, it's sustained by repairs from the mother vehicle, but yeah, that's hilarious. But we get a pair of these going, and I don't think it'd be able to keep up with the repairs.
Oh no, not with that big hit.
This one looks like it's gonna... yeah.
I just saw the explosion.
Yeah, it seems to be doing about roughly 130, 150k damage every time those hit. Yogurt Gaming says, I never heard the Heizmeister laugh like that.
Really now? Do I not laugh that often? Oh, here comes another
South
one.
Park says, you guys don't have a sense of humor. Come on.
South Park is right. Right. Oh. It's running away.
Boom! Holy shit.
Right in the back.
Yeah. Oh, that's just glorious. I could watch this all day.
And
Yeah.
there it goes. 2 damaged and
I
dead.
guess it just wasn't able to repair it enough. Good to know.
Apparently not.
So I guess we'll be adding this to the filthy campers?
Yep, definitely. This will be the filthiest camper of them all. Actually, value targets per block.
Yeah, probably might want to go by the largest thing out there, yeah.
Per weapon.
Here comes another one. A high explosive anima. Oh.
What is it aiming at?
It's aiming at the mothership part. It just shot it in the butt. Are we still launching missiles?
Yes,
I mean, I know it's got a long ass reload time.
Yeah, with, you know, a lot of damage comes along as reload.
Mm-hmm.
It's still launching missiles.
Excellent.
No, it doesn't seem to detect the smaller targets. The radar signature is too low.
I think the mothership section of that is just going to drive off into the sunset.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure where the hell the missile's going right now. I just found it over here. It seems that it's flying off to this mountain here.
Yeah, it's just going into the distance and not hitting anything because it cannot lock on to a signature, to a radar signature. Which means, of course, this vehicle is only suited against big targets. So fine by me. Actually, let's spawn in a for the last target. Let's spawn in what's it called?
What faction does it belong?
That Steel Empire helicopter, the Reap.
The Reaper?
Yeah, I'll be sure to disable
Okay.
it this time.
Yeah, don't fear the Reaper.
And I've disabled it. Oh, looks like the missile has found a target.
Yeah, got it. Oh, that has to be a one hit. Yep, it's a one hit kill. Look at that EMP surge. Holy shit.
cannot see it in multiplayer.
Yeah, the EMP surge lasts for like a good 10-20 seconds.
Let's get rid of those vehicles by using the Phantom Lord. Oh yeah, the Scuddy is following the mothership base.
Yep, looks like it locked onto one of these tiny vehicles.
Oh no! Yeah, since it's so close by, so
It's-
the signature is big enough to lock on.
It's trying to repair it. Yeah, there's like, what, nothing of it left? Yeah, there's like 9% of it.
Hey, the AI survived at least. Where's the other missile?
Here comes one. I'm not quite sure what it's targeting, but here comes one. It's turning around. Yeah, I'm guessing it's having a little trouble trying to find a target to lock onto now.
Yeah.
It might be going for that thing off there in the distance. I don't know if it's got the range to do that.
Base? I don't think so. It shouldn't have the range.
Phantom Lord seems like it's having a little bit of trouble trying to kill these. Like it keeps aiming too low, or just a little to the right or left.
Yeah, the radar signature is so small on these.
And here comes another big honking missile that probably isn't even picking up on him.
Well, our official missile range is now 5 kilometers. That's as far as we can go.
Well, as long as the AI can see it, yeah, it'll probably try to hit it. You know what? Let's see here.
And it just got deleted.
Nice. Did the Phantom Lord finally get?
Looks like the Phantom Lord
Okay.
finally hit. Yeah.
Alright. I was about to spawn in a Nightwish to finish him off.
Missiles, no, they do fly off into the
Yeah.
sunset. They find no targets. Actually,
Yo
bring out for the last time the biggest and strongest tanks of them all.
Yogurt Gaming is asking what the Bukkake bomb is. Should we give him a brief demonstration?
Yeah, please do.
It has also been called the Giant Dick of Doom. Or as I like to call it, the Phallic Comet. Basically,
We have another
it's
target.
a nuke drone. We probably need one, yeah, but...
Yeah, let's spawn in an Onyx watch.
Okay.
Should be fine.
Anyone in particular?
Bison, do.
Okay, Bison's in. I got nothing against Lathrix. I mean, he can make some okay stuff, but he's more of an entertainer. He doesn't really get into the nitty gritty of things, so he's just doing it for views, which I can't blame him. I mean, that's his job.
Bison is still turned on, okay. Anyway, missiles away. Oh, where's the Bukkake?
It crash landed over here some time ago.
Oops.
Yeah,
I think Scudley will finish off that Bison.
I can launch another one here. Though I do have a couple other YouTubers that I am not big fans of, but I'm not going to bring that up here because that's just an opinion I think probably best kept to myself.
Did something just delete half of the bison?
Quite possibly. I'm still trying to get rid of this twin guard thing with Bakaki bombs.
I think a Scutley missile just deleted half the bison. Yeah, one half of the bison has. Where are you spawning Bakaki
To get rid of
bombs?
this stupid twin guard vehicle that wandered all the way the hell over here. That's so our fine viewers can actually see this thing in action. And yes, those were white tracers that it was coming out of the head of the Bakaki bomb. Hence the name. It sprays its target with love juices.
I feel like we should put the Scutley on the workshop sometime in the future.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too big a deal. Yeah, I think aesthetically it looks amazing, and it's going to perform real well too. I think could be a pretty solid craft to have. Also, in theory, this should work perfectly fine in current version.
I will test it in
Okay.
dev test.
Yeah, let me know how that goes.
Because, unfortunately, I have to go now.
Okay.
It is
All right.
time.
Well, you have yourself a good night, bud. Thanks for coming.
Always a pleasure.
Take care.
Good, we certainly did build something awesome today.
Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah, the Heizmeister is he plans on doing a campaign here of Quest for Neater. Do you want to talk about that real quick before you go?
Oh yeah. Once the campaign is out, the full campaign with the strategic AI, I plan to do a little playthrough of this Quest for Neater campaign. And if any one of my viewers would like to enter a vehicle that I can use as part of my forces, they are free to do so. They can drop a Steam Workshop link or just join the Discord and put their blueprint.
Yeah,
here.
he has his own a room on our Discord channel. You can just drop the blueprints there, and he should be able to find them. If that's still okay with you.
It is
Okay.
totally fine.
So yeah, if you guys want to submit a few craft for his campaign, you can just hop on our Discord and just pop them into his channel.
Quick question about that. Heizmeister, are you perhaps looking for a 450,000 resources battle cruiser?
Actually,
finish
I
it.
do not have a resource cap on the vehicles that can
Ah.
be sent in. It's just one thing I do, however, want to restrict is that there has to be no spin block clipping and no spin block detection inside
So
of a
no
vehicle.
spin block
Oh, no.
exploits, and you can use spin
Yeah.
blocks for aesthetics, if I remember correctly, are the rules.
Yes, that's the rules. Purely aesthetical, it's perfectly fine and encouraged.
Question: moving a rangefinder on top of a vehicle, is that fine? Is that similar to
On
my-
a spin block?
It's going to be on a turret which points on towards.
No,
the enemy.
that's totally fine. On a turret, it's
because
totally
because
fine.
that sometimes is the issue of the rangefinder clip seeing through the main mast, for example.
okay. I
Very
wasn't aware of
rarely,
that, but turrets are usually fine.
turrets equal spin blocks in that
More or less,
sense.
yes.
Which is what I was concerned about. Since a turret is the rangefinder, if you have a larger structure behind it, we'll see through that structure. I'll try to limit it as much as possible, but
I think we get where you're going with it, but a lot of people put detection on their turrets anyway, so I don't see a big deal with it. Of course, that'll be up to Heizmeister in the end, of course.
Oh, I always place detections on my turret.
So there you go.
yeah.
Yeah, totally fine.
Anyway, we probably need to wrap it up here because Heizmeister probably needs to run off and do other things. But I'd like to thank you guys for coming. It's been a lot of fun. Y'all have yourselves a hell of a day and keep your hammer high. Later.
Bye.